Mm-mm. Alright, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. We're playing City Skylines 2 once again. Hope you guys are doing well. I did a decent amount of things off screen, but we'll get into that in a second. Because one more bit of preparation real quick before we continue on. Yeah, we're back in the city. We're gonna continue doing transit-oriented stuff. I did a lot of like background transit stuff and reconfiguration of the railway, which we'll look at in a second. And also just general like operational changes to the transit system generally. A lot of routes just don't operate at night anymore, just to add a little bit of realism in that part. Here's the thing I'm trying to go. So it's mostly just going to be working on Foothil's density near the metro station and the high school. And it's also going to be... Jesus. Trams are loud as hell in this game. Jesus. Yeah, but it's mostly just going to be us raising density near the station area. And all that good stuff, and maybe also trying to fill in some blocks. A little bit east of Foothill, and we're gonna be redistricting because the districts are like really old, and I want them to make a bit more sense. So we're gonna redo all the districting. Where is it? Version 7? There we go. Bring that back. So here we are, we're at East Clover. Or sorry, it's not East Clover, it's West Clover. West Clover Metro Station. I believe last time I said I would Jesus. A laggy. I just loaded into the map, so it's kind of doing this. I don't know if I had said this on like one of the previous live streams or Ractomania or something, but I said I would add a metro station here. I added one right here on both ends, one on Bay Ridge Avenue, one up here on Main Street. And off screen, I kind of worked on the metro system generally. So there was an entrance down here for Midtown Metro Station. What I decided to do was kind of not have that entrance over here be a part of the station because it's a little too far away. So I decided to make this its own standalone station and give the roll over to the Bronze Line. Now the Bronze Line is a new line I added to the system here. Let's go ahead and have a look. Here we go. Metro Line 9 is the Bronze Line. As of right now, it's their newest line in the system. It is kind of up there in utilization. It's not the lowest. It's not the highest either. Basically, I wanted the Bronze Line to go through downtown Metro Center and connect here with both Lake Valor and West Clover, because if you're coming from the what is currently the eastern part of the city from the Pink Line, because the Pink Line goes here from Bay Ridge down to West Clover, and then goes south to Hillside Metro Center. If you're coming from the east side of the city, you're not able to continue going, west to downtown's Metro Center, or even, connect here up north. If you're coming from the eastern side, previously you had to go to Hillside, transfer over to the Purple Line, and that would take you up north, or connect to the red line, or sorry, rather the blue line, rather, to go to the metro center in downtown. So this makes it a little bit easier. It kind of just terminates here. It's not going to go any further than this. There's a platform underneath this one that people can, you know, easily transfer to. Just walk down a flight of stairs or just take an elevator, and you're down onto the Bronze Line platform, and that can easily take you west to the city center, with connections to all the rest of the city, basically. Or you can, you know, go north, transfer to the Purple Line immediately instead of, you know, having to backtrack. That was the major change. I tried also making most of my services, you know, operate, you know, either all day or just during daytime rush hours only, so that we're not wasting that much money at night running service that people aren't going to use. So there's that. It's mostly just transit stuff. Also, railway stuff. Let's go ahead and have a look. I just figured that we don't really need high-speed rail right now, and we don't need dedicated platforms or dedicated tracks for high-speed rail. At least not yet. I wanted a more localized service. We have this station down here. I believe I don't know if I showed you guys this station in particular. I just really wanted a station to serve this area for the future. I also omitted like development out here entirely in River Valley. I think what we're gonna do instead is have this be agriculture and all that fun stuff. No looping rail line going over here. There's really no need. I'm gonna have something else coming from here and go to Myriad Peaks and have an outside connection go this way. There's not going to be any looping service or anything like that unless I want to have like a metro go up here, although even that's probably like not even that necessary. It might just be a waste of money. This also means that since there's not going to be any development out here, we're going to have to re-evaluate what our green line is going to do. Our metro green line currently stops here. It was going to eventually go to this new development. Since there's not going to be a new development out here, I'm going to send it somewhere else. Any like small developments out here are going to be served by bus. I don't really feel comfortable sending a metro out here. So Piedmont Industrial Park, we're going to probably swing this around and head this way. There's going to be tons of suburban development out here, but that's probably going to be it. Anyhow, let's do some more pressing stuff. I'm not going to really be working on railway stuff during this live stream. There's really no need for that. We're going to be working on some infill and some transit-oriented development, and it's this square right here. Now I'm comfortable with starting out here with the transit-oriented stuff. I might even go a bit further in here and make more density this way, even though it might not even be necessary. Yeah, we're gonna have some density in these two blocks because even though there's already a lot of density in uses out here, there's destinations. There's the elementary school. If you're coming from the red line, it's pretty nice to be able to connect to the Foothil Elementary School. There's tons of traffic to come through here. I just feel like there should be more density, generally speaking. Because this looks really odd to me. Like, I don't think even this would have a metro station without, like, significant redevelopment of the park. So, we're gonna redevelop the park. You know, it works better because we have some demand for high density, generally speaking. Let's actually look at our demand stats. unoccupied buildings, happiness, cost of living, and students. And that's why we're doing low rent, mostly low rent in this area. If we can try and wall-to-wall this or fuse buildings together in this area, that would be nice, but we're going to be doing that. That's what we're doing, mostly low rent for Foothill Square area. And then there's this square. I would like to add more of these buildings here. I think this would be nice. Or it would be pretty interesting, at least. Like cool housing projects next to here would be nice. Although I'm kind of liking how this looks, so I might not even add any more down here. It might not even be necessary. Then again, we could just eliminate this park and add it down here anyway. Add a different park here, something. Alright, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these pocket parks. These don't really work. Got these entrances here. Now this entrance was put here. These old entrances, these look pretty ancient. I feel like these wouldn't be old, because the only things that stop here are lines. I believe this is 5 and 8. So these would be pretty... Yeah, no, it's 6 and 8, actually. So these would be pretty new. Although this would be fine. When line 6 was created, a lot of these entrances were put down for the Myriad Peaks line. Or, sorry, the Muriel Plaza line. I think I'm gonna probably have to rename that. So for the red line, there's just tons of these concrete looking station entrances that look like this. So we're gonna keep that one, but we're gonna get rid of these. These wouldn't really work. These only really work for lines 1 and 2. And you know, there's tons of those around here. I think Rising Avenue, Downtown Metro Center, has these old looking station entrances. And this would exist because lines 1, or just line 1, was the first to stop here, and therefore that would be the station entrance style that we would be using for that. Same thing for line 2. If we were to go and look at some of the line 2 specific stations, like down here, I need to change this. Riverbank Industrial Park has that station entrance, so it makes sense. It also starts at the Metro Center down here at the Foothill Technical University, although we don't have that entrance anywhere. It's interesting. Yeah, so we're going to have new entrances here. We're gonna maybe keep... No, this doesn't make sense. So we're gonna get rid of entrance D. It makes no sense. We're also gonna get rid of the rest of these too. That is a visible entrance. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, it's the square is here. This is this is very strange. I'm gonna keep it because everything's gonna be like really annoying if I get rid of stuff right now. So we're not gonna do anything with that. can go into landscaping, get rid of this. We're not gonna discriminate here for what we get rid of, so we're just going to kind of go. Gotta get rid of the lights. Also, set the constraint 95. Alright, we have a relatively clean slate, except for maybe some of these hedgerows that we don't need. So we're going to do this. And one more path. Alright, we're going to use a small bicycling hall entrance. This is now my new favorite type of entrance to add for new stations. We're going to add... You know what? We'll add... be as close to platforms as possible. So I think we want actually at the entrance be over here. We're going to switch it around and go over this way instead. Okay, you know what? Rid of this one. Move it over here instead. As close as we can get without it looking strange. And there we go. Okay, we actively don't want the bike racks actually. So we're gonna get rid of these. Maybe I could keep them. I will not. We're gonna get rid of this and that, and now it just looks pretty normal. Pretty regular stuff. Awesome. This is probably gonna be the only entrance we have, actually. Because I'm not sure if we should add a entrance over here anymore. It probably doesn't make too much sense. Although you could easily probably cross the street and you get over here and it shouldn't be too bad. All you would have to do is cross, once you enter through the tram stop anyway, you would have to cross the street. Not too bad. That's what you have to pretty much do anyway, except it's a little bit further away, although you don't have to cross any more streets at the very least. That's no problem. Alright, the next thing I want to do is reinstate some of our paths. Just a little bit. There we go. Kind of looks bad, actually. Let's try and fix that. Also, let's make this daytime, because I like being able to see. Oh. Oh. Weird. Why did that do that? Jade that. Hopefully we could provided that no. This movement. Not sure if we really want this movement. We could no, we're gonna need this movement. So let's allow it to happen. Alright, let's get a pylon so that if you're coming from back here, you can see what this is called. So we're gonna go ahead and look for that. I believe it's under the bus tab. Here we go. I think it's... Oh, it's not here. It's... Is it here? Here we go. This one right here. So we're gonna add it. Should we add two? I feel like we should add at least one here. I think that's fine. And then we're going to select it. And then have it select this. And it should just say, yep, there we go, Foothil Metro Station. MT. Yep, that makes sense to me. And then we're gonna have the small icons instead, because that's what we like doing for the metro. There we go, that's easier. That would be circles. I'm wondering if that is enough. Probably it should be okay. From here, you can already see what it's going to be called, the station. I got to restart the game for this to work. But it does in fact work. Excellent. All right, let's get into actual density. I'm thinking we could probably... Oh, we're still... Okay, thank you, Stream Deck, for doing that. I don't know what's happening. There we go. We can probably get away with adding a little bit of mixed use into the square. I think that's totally... So we're gonna try it. But what type of mixed use? Let me look around here and look at the architectural styles. I'm thinking, since this is a new, like, sort of infill station, and considering we have this modern architecture high school, we can probably get away with adding more modern architecture, even though I feel like I'm a little sick of the modern architecture. Or sorry, this is urban promenades. I'm getting a little tired of the urban promenades because I abused the zoning type quite a bit. Although it is a very nice zoning type, if you overdo it, it's gonna look bad. I feel like I gotta redo a good chunk of these. Like, this is like abhorrent amounts of gentrification. This is terrible. So we need to take it back to how it used to be, which I think looked a little bit better. Anyway, we're gonna try and use urban promenades. It's not gonna look terrible because it's... Or, you know what? Maybe we can try and get away with using the northeast stuff. Let's see what we got. Alright, we're looking for NE. We're also going to look for... There we go. Wow, this is way larger than I thought it was gonna be. I'll be honest. This is this a little too dense? It might just be. Let's have a look on what we can do. We might be able to get away with actually having this if we kind of mess with the farm factor a little bit. But this is mighty imposing. I think it's a little too much. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna grab our corner piece. We're gonna look for just level 1. I think level 1's totally fine for this area. That is immediately better. That's great, actually. We're gonna go with that. Let's try and see what we could fit in this corner. Because I'm not sure if we can fit much of anything over here. Let's see. Maybe. No. Too big. Can't fit in here. Wondering if there's like a good 2x2 asset we can fit in here. Oh, not 2x3. Okay, how about Eastern Europe? Not even. Okay, maybe Southwestern? High density. Okay. You know what? This isn't terrible. I'm gonna roll with it. Then we can fit like some pocket parks. Well, not a pocket park. Let's try like, we can extend out the surface here. In fact, we can probably change the surface, I'll be honest, and make this a little bit better. So do we got like some brick that we could use that might, maybe some pavings? That is, I wanted, oh, here we go. Actually, in truth, let me get rid of this, and we'll add in a new one later. Whoa. That's, no, I'm good. Do we got anything else? I like this one. I feel like I've used this one before too. This is a genuinely like solid. Okay, so we're tapering up. On this corner, we want another low rent building, so let's look for the Chinese stuff. Can we get high density? No. Oh, it's a corner. Oops. There we go. We're gonna take one of these. Can we get something a little taller? That's probably a little too tall. Probably don't want anything like that. This is, wow. Probably back here. We'll add back here. Okay, That's just something to start off with. Not sure if I'm like digging it yet. I guess we'll see soon enough. Let's add in one more corner lot right here. Yeah, 2x2. Okay, the 2x2 lots. I feel like they're better 2x2 lots that aren't the Chinese assets. Let's actually try and look for one. Oh, here's some regular high density. This is not sure if I like the architectural style here. Oh, comes with garages too? It's not a terrible fit. I wonder if I can like grab the color scheme, make this a little bit better, because I don't really like the color scheme. I don't like this one either. Oh. This is okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like this building. Also, it's not even four-sided architecture, so I was never gonna like it probably. Ooh, this is a little tall. It's a little too tall. I want to try it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This is a little much for the area. I have to say no on this one. And try another asset, because this is a little much. That's level 1 too. That's crazy. This is also level 1. I want to use more of these Chinese assets, but this is probably not great either. It's a little too tall. Okay, we don't have to go gangbusters with density around here, so we're just gonna try something else. We got like this one's a little better. What do we got for like? I think I like this. I think I like that. I think I might keep that. Can we change the color? Is it possible? Can we do it? It's not gonna let me. I don't even know what's happening. What color is this? Get out of here. I just want the colored bricks some else, because oh well, it's not gonna let me, so I kinda like it, but yeah, no, it's probably not gonna happen. I'll probably just reuse this one. Unless there's like more southwest 2x2 stuff we can use. Or we can like take an asset to fuse with this building. It's kind of four-sided. It's just really not great four-sided architecture. Got a 2x4. What? I kind of like this 2x4 building. But the downside is it has a garage with not really any road. Okay, this looks a little too old for the area. We're not gonna do that. I just want a 2x2. There we go. Yeah, so we'll probably just use this again. Maybe something a little shorter than the other one. Actually, you know what? What if we were to just use the same height and Nah, I don't know. Let's actually go down in density. Do something like this. Make this brown. Copy the whole thing. Shift P. Move over here. Put that right there instead. That's not what I wanted. Shift P. There we go. Same-ish color scheme we got going on. Alright, that's good for that. And then on the back side, I'm not too worried. We can just kind of add some parks. And some pathways as well. We can probably go with that too. Let's look and see what we got. For parks. That's not what I'm... Okay. This might work. What do we got? Okay, we got something over here. Maybe we should get rid of these trees and replace them with some other types of trees, but we don't want that there. That is a... I'm gonna get rid of this surface. Also this one. We're gonna replace that surface with... Which surface did I use for that one? It was this one, right? And then we can place this one. That... Alright, that's our 180, and then we can take this back a little bit. Okay, take that back. did not break it, surprisingly. There we go. Alright. Let me do a couple of things here. We want bollards to surround the entrance because we don't want people getting hurt by cars. Decide to run the red light and miss the road all entirely, hit people. So we're going to add in some bollards. Let me actually see, where are the bollards? I believe it's in residential. No, I think it's in industrial. Okay, we got some safety bollards that we are going to use an align tool. I don't know what's happened with my stream deck. Apparently it's doing weird stuff today. I'm gonna let it go. It's probably not worth getting too bent out of shape. That is too much. There we go. Let's try not. There we go. That's something. That's probably a little better. I'm like this. Excellent. All right, let's get some more decorative things. I believe. Let's go over here. There we go. So we got this. The transportation logo. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and put it over here. On top. Excellent. We might need another one of these. Grab this station pylon prism. Or actually, you know what? Since we have these buildings in here, we can probably do what I usually like to do with some of these wall-to-wall buildings is add an entrance in here. Why not? Take up a little bit of real estate and, you know, just kind of shove it in a building. What I mean is I like to use the BDM station entrance and stick it in the building like this. Some like that. We're gonna add it as close. Actually, we need to make sure it's not like causing problems like that. So we're gonna do this. There we go. It is our entrance. We're gonna try and make it blend into the existing building as easily as we can. So let's go ahead and make this happen. We're gonna get rid of these. We're gonna get rid of these. This. And that is pretty good. Also this. Get rid of that. Anyway, with this, we can probably actually move it back a little bit further. And... Let's get a little bit closer. That is... Nope. That's not gonna work. We're gonna move it again. Something like that. Nope. It's not working. Hold on. Maybe like... No. It's probably a little too small of a gap. I get like this. Okay, it's gonna complain to me that there's no pedestrian access. So, okay, maybe just not over here, generally. Move it to here instead. No. Or, wait, hold on. We might have something here. That is probably as good as it's gonna get. I wish there was a little bit more I can do. Alright, at least now with this, we can change the color. We gotta move it. We gotta move it a little bit further up. Kind of like this. And that works a little bit more. Okay. I think we got it this time. We're gonna get rid of this bench because it's in the way now. Oh, did I get rid of all of them? Oh, man. Alright, that's great. Copy this. Move it over here. There we go. And actually, we can get darker. This is one brick. We want some bricks. Yeah, we want a little bit darker than that. Okay, that's actually pretty good. We're going to use that. And we're going to set it here so that the entire thing is covered. Great. Actually, we can probably add in our transportation sign back. Also, I don't know why that's still there. We're gonna get rid of this surface because there's already a surface there. Excellent. We're gonna do this. This is terrible. Okay, never mind. Don't want that. It's not doing it. Props. There we go. I think there's a better way to... Okay, over here. We got these little transportation logo signs we're going to use over here. So we're gonna have it be on the wall. That is, we need to keep it upright. It's not terrible. That should do it. We probably don't need much of anything else. Oh, we could add another one. We just had another one. Oh, this is probably a little necessary, so. Let's see. Okay, that's... nope, it's kind of blocking this sign a little bit. We can get rid of it. Okay, this is entrance B. Not EB. Also, did not spell entrance right. There we go. And then here's entrance A. Don't crash, please. It's probably autosave. Yep, there we go. Entrance A. Excellent. I don't think we're adding any more than that. You have A, B, and then what's this one over here? This is entrance C. Like this would have been added a little bit. Well, no, this would be entrance A probably. A, even though it makes no sense. I feel like this would probably be the first entrance added here since it's older one. So we're going to kind of indulge that a little bit. So this will be entrance be. And this one back here would be entrance C. Excellent. This looks pretty good. Let's do the other half of this. And we already added a tower over here. I think it's probably fine if we add in some older mixed-use development in this area. I think that would look pretty good. So we're going to try and add some of that going in here. Whoops. We're looking for buildings. There we go. What's the Westwood Center? I don't think I've never used the Westwood Center in this game. Like this, I think this would totally fit in this area. Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. Let's look on the latter half of it. This could totally work. What's the Westwood Center? What does this do? Diamond House. I've never used this. Go Bank local branch. I believe this is a Payday 2 asset. I'm not sure. It's really cool. Starbucks. These are all assets I just kind of added in here. Northeastern Inn. This is... yeah, this is the Northeast pack action. I want to add that one back in because I believe that's that hotels are fixed now. Could be wrong though. Okay, no, let's rethink this. Okay. We have a rear. I wonder, should I face most of these towards Northern Avenue? I feel like I should. That would make sense. Alright, let's add northeast as well to the equation. We need a corner piece. Alright, here's our mixed stuff. We want a level 5 version of that corner piece. Be a little bit more thoughtful about that. Okay, there we go. That works for me. And then over here we can maybe add in an alleyway. Okay, let's get into adding that. Look pretty good. Where are you, Ellie? I not parking road, just an alleyway. Actually, you know what? A parking road could probably work. So we're gonna have an alley road go through here and cut in here. That works. Let's go into parking roads, and we're gonna look for one of these. This might actually be a little overkill. Okay, this building is a little too big for this area, so we're gonna look for something else. What would go in here? I don't even know. I said that thick and I could maybe add something, but there's just probably no way. Okay. We need to fix a good chunk of what I just did. Okay. Let me try and look for a 2x2 high density asset to put in this corner, because I feel like this, or like just anything that's four-sided, generally speaking, could do the trick for us. I feel like I overuse this asset to a incredible degree, so we're gonna try not to do that this time. What can we, does that work? It really doesn't. I really just need a smaller road. This is a surprising, like... This is a surprising amount of four-sided architecture that comes with, like, the northeastern pack, because a good chunk of the northeastern stuff is wall-to-wall, it's very rigid in that regard. Okay, I wanted to add in a parking alley that's like, it's just too big. That doesn't work. Wondering if there's like a road builder type deal. We can, that's too big still. That either. Or, no, we still can't use it. This doesn't work. Wondering if we disable snapping, could it work? Not even a little bit. Nope. Not even close. How about just a regular alleyway? I don't think anybody will be parking down here. Maybe a one-way alleyway could help us out here instead. Yeah, that was more or less what I was thinking. Still kind of crazy. Now we can get rid of this Claiborne Lane. What are you called, Claiborne? Rename. Okay, we want a small park in this area. I feel like that would be pretty cool. One by one, get one by one, please. A mini park. There we go. Or can we do something a little larger than that? I feel like I overuse this park. We can use the mini park. I think that's totally fine. Okay, it could fit now. But let's try not to go crazy. No, it doesn't fit. Oh. Oh. Well, I think there's actually smaller. This one. We can use this one. Yeah, we can totally use this one. And then we can have it, the back face the, There we go. That kind of looks bad, though. Where's the entrance to the building? Okay. Turn this around. Okay. Okay, we can maybe make that work. I just need landscaping in this area because this is kind of driving me nuts with how much of this is just really empty looking. So we're gonna try and add in oak tree. Yeah. Good one. It's kind of crazy looking. You know, not a whole lot of options for this area. just like, not great. I'm wondering if I can recolor this building. I feel like that might be what I have to do. Alright, I'm thinking. We find a different building in this area that fit. I don't know. I'm wondering if there is a if I just take off everything here and just have it be high density and say low rent NA? No. Low rent, is it NA low rent? No. If I just take this out, say low rent, and say North American, it's not gonna give me any of that. What if I just not have anything there, generally speaking? Scroll down here and see what we could gain from it. 2x2. It's all high density. Okay, what if I type in NA? Is it just NA mixed? I know we got NA low rent. I know it's a real thing. What is this? This is a North American tower. This is medium. I want high density. It's just gonna keep giving me this. Wait. It's kind of four-sided architecture. I wonder, so like, is there a better building we can add here? I barely even use this zoning type anymore. I'm wondering if that really, like... Well, you know, it looks good. Looks good from this side. It has a garage, and I have no idea why. But hey, as long as we face it away from the tram track, I think we're good. Let's have a look again. I'm kind of messing with it. Kind of fucking with it right now. Just a little bit. It's just a little bit. I kind of wanted like low rent. That's what I was looking for. But no such thing as a low rent 2x2. Oh, it's just not gonna give me results? What if I just go here? No? Why do you suck? Okay, what if I just take this off then? I don't know. I don't know what you want from me, man. If I don't find anything, I know there's like something. There has to be. I'm not trying to go with the Netherlands stuff, although that probably might work a little bit better. I don't know. Okay, we got residential low. We got a 2x2. We got a 2x2. We get a 2x4. Okay. Okay, hold on. Take out the snapping, please. That doesn't work. Get a level 5 2x2. Okay. I kind of like this building though. I'm not sure about this building. It's a little bit shorter. Does it have parking? It does not. It has parking. Never mind. Yay. What if I just put it over here? And you know, maybe get rid of this tower. Move it over. Okay, maybe like make the color a bit like not terrible. Is this the color? Okay, that's it. It's just, why is it made out of like depressing concrete? It's a brick building. I don't understand. Alright, let's get no. Get a little bit more orange. Just make it a little bit darker. Okay, can we make it maybe a bit lighter actually? It's just really bare. It's like there's barely four-sided architecture. Not a whole lot to look at. I gotta do what I did for the other one that's kind of like this in Hillside, where it's literally just this building. I had to add like so much mural action for that one. I'm not sure if I really want to go as ham. We're just gonna say no low rent in this area and just say high density 2x3. There's a resident. Oh, it's parking. It's not even real. Why, man? Not even real. Oh, that messes with me. Actually, you know what? I might like this a little bit better. It's a little bit. Hold on. No, it's still touching the street. Terrible! Alright, get out of here. I don't want low rent. Just give me North American. Got a 2x... No. I said 2x3. Do I like this? It's way taller. It's four-sided and it's not terrible. There's that at least. It's maybe a little imposing. I feel like, okay, let's build out the rest of this. We're gonna get rid of everything that's going on here. Might have to include the park in that conversation too. And add one more of these. We'll keep the park for now. Alright, China, please come in clutch a little bit. And that's buildings. CN. Let's get it's 6x6, right? How tall is this? Okay, I'm not sure if I want that. So it's probably going to be the same size as this. Here's what we're going to do. Just give it an aesthetics check. Not bad. We're gonna have to get rid of some things here. Let's get rid of Brook Lane. That connection no longer exists, and I think I'm okay with that. This is Edge Hill. This path's probably gonna have to go for the time being. These trees are in the way. This is a surface that I don't really want anymore in this area, so we're gonna get rid of this surface too. If it's gonna even let us do this. This is a surface, right? I know, like... Okay. It is a surface, it's just not allowing me to select it. So we're gonna get rid of it for the time being. We're gonna flip this around. It's 6x6, so just do it like that. There we go. Pedestrians have access, which is nice. No. There we go. And then we're gonna grab this snap to existing geometry. We're gonna curve it. Oh wait. Curve it, and we're gonna bring it down a little bit. That's not it. I don't know where this is gonna go. In the least, this is. Hey, bring it up. There we go. Yeah, that looks terrible, but you know, There's not much I could do. I guess, the one thing here, you know what? Jesus Christ. Get rid of this. And we're gonna bring this out. Hi, Bioware. We're gonna get... get here. Connected right there. There we go. So it's not, you know, terrible looking. Wow. Let me reevaluate this curve then. All right, and then we're gonna it works here, but not weird. It's connected to the road. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what the problem is. It's not giving it to me. Why aren't you connected? I don't get it. You should just be able to... You should just be connected right now. Like, it's not doing it. I don't get it. Why is this a different shade? That pisses me off a little bit. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, we're gonna reevaluate this lot. Yeah, this one's okay. Okay, back a little bit, and then still got your parking space and all that. Now it looks relatively symmetrical. I have to change the color though, because the color... Oh, you know what? Why are you like so mad? No, okay. It's just you. Yeah, it's literally just this side. I don't get it. We're gonna really evaluate that one. Copy this. That, what in the world did I just copy? Yeah, now it's good. Cool. I don't... Alright. This is like the weakest hangout spot there is. What is this? Is this supposed to be a hangout? Oh man, this is yikes. Alright, let's actually face this building. Like this. That doesn't look too bad. And then it looks even better if you come this way. Looks a little upscale in comparison to what's around here, so I'm not... Look. The tram, the trolley poles are in the way of the entrance too. That's kind of... I'm okay. Let's... On the light. Alright, let's... Okay, sure. Oh, well, we did it. We got extra density near Foothill. The only thing I would want to add around here is extra foliage and stuff, and to reinstate some of our pathing, because I kind of messed that up. this. Since we're redistricting, we might need to rename, like give this its own separate district. This is Foothill. This whole thing is Foothill. And I feel like this whole thing probably shouldn't be Foothill. Alright, birch, spruce, and alder. Get some variation here. Not that building. 2x2. American. Got the Chinese stuff. High density. Okay. This building again. Where's parking? It's... Yep, it's there. Okay. Awesome. Fuck no, the road. Oh. So I can bring it back. Ah, here we are. Oh, damn it. Okay, where are you, Tram? Where's the tram? I basically gave this tower a fence. Oh no. It's mostly just for like landscaping and stuff. Honestly, I'd expect to see some flowers in here or something like that. So, or some bushes, you know. Alright, I feel a little bit better about this. Yep. I was just looking at night. I wonder. Hold on, let's have a look. Alright, what do we got here? We got a convenience store. Convenience store? A textile store. And convenience. That is a lot of stuff. That's just dedicated to convenience. Oh boy. Commerce in the city has been, you know, a little interesting. The past few, like, months has been a little bit wild for industry. There's not much of it in the city, and there's not really any, non-zonable industries like farming. So that's probably, like, you know, that's probably what we're gonna do, in the next stream. Is just go back here and start writing farms in, like, low-density residential out the wazoo. One back here. Okay. But right now we have a ton of convenience stores in the city, and they're kind. Some of them are kind of struggling because we got this tower, and this tower is a convenience store. It's short market underneath this tower. I think this asset is kind of messing with the supply chain a little bit. I don't know. I can't really explain it, but that seems to be what's happening to that building. I don't know what's happening in its entirety, but it seems to be what's happening. All right, well, Foothill is effectively densified. It's always good to add mixed use and all that fun stuff next to transit wherever possible. All right, this blank wall, this needs a mural. So let me make it daytime again. Let's make it a slightly sexier daytime. Yeah, there we go. Nice early in the morning. Pretty nice. Let's get a mural. And since we're in like low rent area, project housingville, we're gonna tag the shit out of this mural too, just to, you know, because you know how we do. We're also gonna do the same thing to our new development right here. You know, just take down the property value a little bit. Let's go into, oh, it's it. Okay, it's further down. It's not up. Okay, I need to download more murals if there are even more to be downloaded. Like, that would be cool. Ooh, what's this? I don't think I've used this yet. This looks kind of crazy. We're gonna add it. It's so crazy that it's not even like... Okay. Can we move it? Take this off. Put this on. There we go. Where am I? There we go. Okay, I like that a lot. Alright, time to tag it. Scroll all the way up and just start going crazy with tags. Overcharged egg, you're getting a tag on this mural. You're going to jail for this one. City Planner plays. There you go. Nerd. Who? Conflicted nerd. There we go. This is Canadian Moose, I believe. Harbor Master J. Infrastructurist. Let's bring him down here. Get Yen Yang, guy who made the Move It mod in this. Here's another moose tag. And then here's like more general tags. Get a Biffa. And I think that's probably as far as they would go there. We can go even crazier on the back of these here. In fact, let's actually get... We can get some murals here too. And then the rest can be tags. Some smaller murals too. $2.20. Do I have... We got more than this. Oh, we got... Okay. Get some graffiti going. The Anarchy one. Whatever this is. Ogendo 87. Galaxim. Whatever that is. The Move It symbol. Why not? Canadian Moose himself. Look at it. Look at that. You know what? I don't know why somebody would would mural this up here, but we're doing it. There's posters too. I should probably put posters around here. Mike Wazowski. I believe this is Sunny Scunny. And Yang. Nawashi. Red Kool-Aid. I need to tap in the Red Kool-Aid. I don't know if he's made another video or not. Let's get... Whatever, let's get some posters. Why not? Just a little bit, I guess. This right here is straight vandalism. It's just outright just making that worse. Covering the window. Another red Kool-Aid thing. Let's get another one. Poplar Ponderosa. Make that a little weird there. Get a Sully Skylines. I don't know what's happening with Sully Skylines either. Star Q. Put that down here. And we can get a chicken. That's not even gonna show up. Oh well, that's a shame. Oh well. All right, we did it. Didn't mess anything up too bad with the routing. Oh, we got some things to fix here. I'm wondering if I move this node a little bit. No. That's not going to do it. I wonder if... here, let's... There we go. Move it forward. Now it looks a little bit better there. There we go. Alright, so this is going to add tons of ridership here. Add a little bit more to the Foothil projects. Some density, just a little bit of density, and then some commerce here as well. I wonder what this one is. This also... Okay, this is textiles. Awesome. Selling clothes right here next to the station. I feel like this should be... There should be a stop here. But... I don't know. Maybe not. Not sure. We're gonna... Here, I'm gonna eliminate some crossings because they don't make sense there. Awesome. Do I still have... Actually, I know I have stains. Okay, so we're gonna use some stains soon, but I need to add some of this over here. There we go. Now we can add some stains and whatnot. So I believe that is here. Decals. Stains. I feel like I need more stains because I disabled a lot of stains. Alright, success. Alright, next, and this one's gonna be difficult. We're gonna redistrict the entire city, because the districts just don't make any sense. Ithaca Passage, Foothill, really weird shapes here, even though, like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I feel like Deerview should reach a little bit further down here. Foothill is a little too large. Ithaca Passage is, I guess, fine. Hillside needs to be completely redone because the borders don't make any sense anymore. I don't know why we're not using Main Street as a border here, even though it makes sense. Ruby Rose K through 12. This is a holdover from when I started the city and added this here. It doesn't work anymore. It's just there's no need to have a district delineating what this is. It's really no need for that. And it's not even in Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose is across the highway. So, and even then, this is, yeah, the borders make no sense. So we're going to eliminate 100% of all of these. And we're going to redistrict. Now, the only problem with doing this is we have services and stuff assigned to this area, or to multiple areas in the city. So that might be a problem if we're going to eliminate and start from scratch, but yeah, it's probably still gonna have to be done. Midtown looks like this. Good lord. I guess we'll start here. This small Muriel Plaza thing is a holdover from when, like, that was like North American mixed use development with an alleyway in between. It's probably the nicest area I created. That's why I was like, I need to make it its own thing. Lake Valor, like I can probably keep Lake Valor going. No, we're gonna start from scratch. A through 12, get out of here. Ruby Rose, get out of here. The only one that might stay is Piedmont View. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Bay Ridge, get out of here. Uptown. There's really nothing here yet. I plan on, like, extending the land, reclaiming some land anyway, just to make this this area a little bit more legible. I don't really think there's not going to be a port here anymore, so there's no need to have it be a port. It's still going to be industrial along the water, probably. At least on the west side of this area is going to be industrial, because we need a lot of industrial going. To zone industrial bluntly. And we also need access to a cargo terminal out here anyway, so you know, somewhere a little bit closer to what's going to be probably like our two largest northern developments soon enough. We're going to need a cargo terminal. Plus, I just think downtown also has cargo access that's a little bit, so we're doing that. Downtown Mountain Bay, get out of here. Take a passage. You look like. We're starting. Foothill, out of here. Your view. Hillside. Get lost. We'll keep the Piedmont Industrial Park. River Valley Acres. We can probably eliminate this. I'll keep. Greyhead Industrial Park. Greyhead Industrial Park, back when it used to actually be an industrial park. Yeah, it's no longer an industrial park, so we hit that. Alright, I guess let's start with Hillside. Let's get that going. We're gonna have Main Street and Transit Center. The Transit Center be encompassed by it, as well as we take it to the highway. Then actually we can take it to about here. Have it Hillside's gonna be here, so we might as well keep using Main Street. And Birch End, nope, this is... Why was this called Hillside again? Is that the side of... I think this used to be called Hillside Industrial, and I think I might rename it back. Or Hillside. One word. Hillside Industrial Park. Way more legible. God. Alright. Time for East and West Clover. It's called West Clover over here because it's west of the Cloverleaf or the Parklow. And then let's start off with here. Street has a border. Person Gardens? I don't think so. This is Western Clover. Or just West Clover. With a space. Okay, thank you. Here. Sycamore Town. Oh, it's almost like a Pokemon name. Alright. This is east. Because Ruby Rose wants to be different. Actually, there should be an East Clover. Over the way the more a whole lot in East Clover right now, but we're going to develop a lot more. East Clover should... Here. Tracks are like... What are we doing? Alright, that's East Clover. Not doing it. And then here's Ruby Rose. Honestly, this should probably be renamed, but we're just gonna the original name. Walnut Junction. There is a lot of junctions. I actually reevaluate. To a park. Order is clearly the highway. We're getting rid of her. Whoa. Yep. Can I get rid of Hillside Industrial? Get rid of that. And we're gonna redraw. There we go. All right. Okay, Hillside, West Clover, East Clover, Ruby Rose, Hillside, Industrial Park, Piedmont View. So I didn't get rid of that. So week. You know what? Big Valor should not be. We're gonna have it in company. For here, we might as well. Wait, what? This is Ithaca Passage. The passage. The passages are here. It should be called. A Passage Medical Clinic. Have it encompass most of. Have it encompass the hospital, the clinic. Park. Have 4th Avenue be the border to the south. Get this south. We'll have it. Foothil. Finally, Ithaca Avenue. Oak Ridge. Oop. Foothil Technical University, so Technical University, there's a passage. Alright, Foothil. Have it be 4th Avenue and Ultier Boulevard. What is this? Also have academic here. Real. Out then. Not like that. Just do it like this. big. Coleridge Junction. What? Oh. Half of this is interview, so we're do this high. Venture Street. Parker Meadows, this is Deerview. Here. Okay. All right, we're inching very close to downtown. Let's start at Muriel Plaza. Rather just Muriel. This is Muriel Park. Oh, this is the Muriel Plaza. It. The avenue be the border for a good chunk of this area. I might actually need to... Oh, that's not necessary. Birdsong Meadows. Have this area. This is downtown. We're gonna have this whole area. A little bit of Main Street. This should all be downtown Bay. Need to make a new name for this city. Sheffield Crossing. It's terrible. Where was Birdsong? We're gonna change the name. This is... Unknown Bay. And You know what? Let's actually here. Let's get a Muriel. That's how you spell Muriel. We're gonna. I knew it was Muriel, not Muriel. Should call it Muriel Parks. Muriel Park or something. There's tons of parks in there. Since a lot of these buildings in Muriel Center are green, I was gonna call it Muriel Green. But like, we just Muriel. Muriel's fine. Oh. Bit of mountain, but even though there's like tons of mountains around here, I'll think on it. I'm gonna call it Muriel Bay. Alright, this area. Got downtown Rising Avenue train station. What's in downtown on Bay? Square. Oh. It's not entirely a square, but we're gonna go with. I was gonna have a like smaller district called Station Square. Mountain Bay. This neighborhood here. Okay, hold on. We have this park right here, and I recently named it, renamed it based on this new station I added earlier. This is Oberst Park because it's next to Oberst Street. We're going to the order B here. Have this whole area Oberst Park. Actually, let's not do that. Have the border be quit. Don't want to go far. Or should Oberst Park go? Or go over? Barlow Croft, but all right. And on the other side here, the 10th Avenue is the border. All the way up here. Or you know what? All the way up here. Be one of our larger districts. Just do this. Manor Glen. Manor's here. This is Midtown. Down, mid, up. For me. This area. This is now moving. Probably end up renaming this. Your Sheffield Crossing. This is the Central Station. Now we're gonna give it a more prominence going in the space. fix whatever's happening here. There we go. There we go. Now we can rename both of these. Midtown. This is Station. There. There we go. Station Square. Not a square. Not again. Yet again, not a square. This is Oberus Park. Maybe Central Station Square. Oh, look. West Clover encompasses Central Station Square. Oh. Actually, you know what? Central Station Heights makes a little more sense. Especially since it's about to be a lot more dense. Yeah, the border here doesn't. We're gonna have to change this. Central Station Heights should probably encompass this area down. West Clover has been cleaned up a little bit. Central Station Heights is now its own thing. Oberus Park, pretty tiny district, but it is pretty dense. Oberus Park, awesome. It makes sense now that we have an infill station. Midtown Metro. don't know why Midtown and Oberst Park are fighting over territory. It's really, like, not a big deal here. Oberst Park. A bit with the metro station in Midtown. Apparently. Honestly, I'd probably take a little bit more Oberst Park. Since that makes sense to me. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. For what's happening over here. 10th Avenue Road. Cutting low. You could just call this not century, decades. No, that. There's no terrace. Boulevard. We're in the city of Bay Ridge now. Oh, this century. That's it. I do want this to be a relatively low density, but still kind of high density area, so we're gonna call it Century Row. Be a bunch of row homes here, as well as use next to the station. Okay, this is downtown Bay Ridge. There's Bay Ridge Avenue. Starting at C. Actually, bridge. The second Barlow Junction it gave me. Okay, this is down a bridge. There we go, that's we need to fill out the rest of this. This is the here. Oh. Haven't encompassed the train. Since there are tons of tracks going through here, we're gonna call it I call it like Rail View. Maybe back in the day there used to be steam trains that ran down here, so we're gonna call it steam. Hmm. I'm really stuck in this name. I don't know. Or just Steel Junction. This is Everclear. View. All right, I think we're good on that. We're gonna have to reinstate pretty much every single city service we got and go. I guess we got one more. This really, I don't. The temporary. Perfect. I have just for now. Myrtle Crest. Alright. Uptown Shore. I can call it that. You know what? Let's call it Jagged Shore. There we go. Looks like this. Road Junction. Alright, that's just a furry thing. I guess we can also add in West area, which is Midtown. Nothing here yet. There's not Midtown, Uptown. I'm gonna keep it Coleridge Bluff for. I don't really have a name for this area yet. Alright, that is the redistricting out of the way. Excellent. Let's get the Whitetail Hospital. I'll run out of, like, trash processing ability. Looking over here and think. Be okay. It's processing just fine, and we're not even nearly at capacity yet. Garbage is piling up, and I don't know why. I need to replace the Whitetail Hospital, generally speaking. Do that one alone. Alright, let's look at our city services real quick. Start off with police. Okay. All of Mountain Bay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police stations. Actually, 6. And I believe there used to be one over here in Hillside, but I got rid of it. So, let's actually add one back to Hillside. Where, you may ask? Idea. I have an idea. It'll be right next to this city firehouse. I don't know why it wouldn't be here. We're going to get rid of these two. Put in a police thing over here. Too big. Northeast one. Northeast one. Better for this. Go ahead and take care of that. There might be you know what, for the time being, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna replace it at some point, but only when we redevelop this area out here. This is probably gonna be the densest Hillside's ever been. And it's gonna be right here. Because there is the Metro Center across the street, across 7th Avenue. And yeah, all this is gonna be probably loads of office and loads of high density residential in this area. Because after all this time and all of the influence from the rest of the Hillside Town Center, this would probably be really dense. So we're gonna like re-densify. We're gonna densify this whole area. We're also gonna need to draw in our street grid, generally speaking, this area as well. So that'll be an interesting episode or live stream. Yeah, for now we're gonna add in a small, let's say, want a police station that's small enough for this area. It appears that there isn't a single. Okay, maybe this one? This would work. It's not going. Gonna have to get rid of some of these pathways. Is it not gonna let me do this? Okay, I got money. They didn't put it back. We're gonna try and put this in again. Alright, very temporary location. So we could probably get away with it. Yeah, we're gonna keep. I don't really want to get into developing all of Hillside. Right, it's gonna be Hillside and Ithaca Passage. There should be a police station, firehouse. Everything's over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Wait, this is the police head. We're gonna do Hill Deerview, Hill Technical University. Hill Spare. Forest Park. Midtown. Not mid. Has to be Lake Valor. Yes. Heights. Oh, there's another police station. Here. Oh. That's Clover. Since it's on police office. Park, so we're gonna do that. Imperial Square. Petrol Station. Midtown. Close. Guess not. Might as well do it like that. That covers just about everything in this area. station. Here we're gonna be downtown day. This is going to encompass Whitetail, all of these districts. These close. Front view, Ruby Rose. That's good. There should be one in East Clover, but we're going to pick another. Might be on road. Should actually be over here, next to the station. I'm gonna find a different place for it. We got East Clover, we got Century Row, we got Ruby Rose, and we get Piedmont View. That works. Maybe also Steel Junction, since it's pretty close. Give it that one right there. Look at that. That's a nice looking asset. I feel like this telecommunications tower needs to move closer to the train tracks. I'll worry about that. Oh yeah, we can get rid of the street now. Dude, no more. Oh yeah, there should, for now, we should allow Myriad Peaks to have some peace of mind finally. So we're gonna give both districts its coverage. No, honestly, never mind. It's just a hospital out here. I don't see why. Cards and no police station in Whitetail. I feel like there should be, so we're going to add one. Be a second headquarters. Well, that might be overkill. Use a modern police station. Put on Larkseen Avenue. At least close enough. We would probably want this to be not probably. We're gonna put it over here. Then And we're going to say that Whitetail gets covered. A little bit of Sentry Row. And although it's probably not necessary. Speaking of the hospital, Mountain Bay Whitetail Hospital. Would probably cover all of Bay Ridge at the very least. Piedmont View, Ruby Rose. I don't know if there is a medical center out here that I think would be pretty good serving Midtown, Oberst Park, Downtown, Ariel Square, Deerview, Foothil Technical, Ithaca, Passage, Lake Valor, and a little bit sure. Close enough as is. Honestly, we probably need a third hospital uptown. I should just about cover clinics. Or sorry, hospitals. We still have tons of clinics. This is Ithaca Passage Medical Clinic, so it serves Ithaca Passage. And since it's close enough to Muriel Square, we're going to do Muriel Square. And Foothill. Foothill Tech. Deerview. And downtown Mountain Bay. A clinic. A small medical clinic. There's also another medical clinic. Hillside. Say Hillside gets one. Alright, say Lake Valor gets it. West Clover. Central Station Heights should probably get its own clinic, but we're gonna have that serve it for the time being. Actually, no, we're not. Actually, yes, we are. Take out Central Station. And we have a small medical clinic down here at capacity, but we're going to say Ithaca Passage gets access to both of these areas. Or just Ithaca Passage gets access to. Alright, Oberst Park, Central Station Heights, Equinox. We got a medical clinic area. Have it serve Midtown, Oberst Park, and Central Station Heights. Even though this is probably a little stupid. Another small medical clinic. There's a little bit. Oh, take that out. No one lives here, so. Might need to overhaul a bit of our infrastructure in this regard, but I'm terrible. Closest clinic, Piedmont View, is the Hillside Industrial Park. I'm gonna Hillside a little bit as well. The Rose is already covered. Get the Hillside. Alright, we should be covered. I think that's good. The last thing I think we could probably take care of is education, but we're not doing that. I think it's fine that people can live wherever and travel wherever else to get to school, so I'm not too concerned. If anything, we'd probably set only Mountain Bay schools and Bay Ridge schools to serve Mountain Bay and Bay Ridge collectively together, and then that's probably it. Districting for education isn't really that necessary, but we can probably get away with not doing that. I guess the only other thing else would be death care, but if I were still playing with that, I would do that, but I don't really care about any of that. So I don't care about the death care mechanic. I select. I want the Mountain Bay Medical Center. Okay, well, there we go. You know what? We can serve Hillside along with the whitetail one. Alright, that should just about cover all of our high administration. Alright. Mountain Bay City Hall. Very little administration. We might need to add another one in Bay Ridge. For the time being, Jagged Shore, Uptown, Central Station Heights, Midtown, Olbers Park, maybe where like Lake Valor, Lake Passage, everything will be encompassed. At least for now. These are all the districts I got, so that's about it. That doesn't even seem to be really working. You know what? We'll just let it be. Probably. All right. Suppose we could do the district over here. Call it something else. I think we should. It's fine if we still call it Greyhead. Cherrytown. We'll put a pin. It's 14. New. Change the name. This over here. It's unnamed, so yeah. This would be Greyhead, 14th Avenue or something. Yeah, it would be Greyhead 14th. That's the only stops here goes south. 14th goes east-west, so it would. Called station wrong. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. Get a sip of water. Okay, we're back. Midtown. Head. I question whether or not this is even still going to be industrial park going forward from here. So we're just gonna leave it. Anyway, the whole reason why I put those districts down is so that we can serve these areas. Be on fire protection. I'm just gonna leave this. I'm not gonna district this right now. Really no need. Milkovich Park. Definitely. Be it strict. Oh, snapped. Okay, dude. Protection. No. Put the clinic here. Even though there's no development, sometimes people use the station and get sick. So we're going to take that. Guess this is a park. Whoa, how did I rename that? Okay. Rename this to Rich Park. And this over here I don't know what to call this area. I guess North Riverbank. That could work. Oh, use the train tracks this time. Alright, we have North Riverbank, we have Riverbank Industrial Park. We're called good there. Hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did, like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. I will catch you guys tomorrow.